incels, or whatever they're called now, they're incorrect because they see women as being basically the cause of all their problems and the cause of everything bad in society. The radical, really radical feminists, we'll call them, they basically hate men. And that is the culture we're living in now. Two polar opposites. When not that long ago, we lived in a time when people respected each other, and they weren't caught up in the narcissism of today, where people immediately think that one of them, male or female, is better. The world is not perfect. There is not going to be a world that the radical feminists are going to like. Because perfection does not come because you want it to. And that is the perfection that they want. I'm not saying that my perfection, but perfection is a waste of time. Speaking in that way, the incel sort of men, they think that dating is rigged, and society is rigged by specifically women in a lot of ways. Men and women are different because of the brains, the way that the brain thinks, yes. But people vary person to person. So are all men bad? But that's not what I said. Are you sure about that? Well, I only said that most men are bad. No, I only said that all men are bad. No, I only said that these men are bad. Make up your mind. And if I'm putting words in your mouth, don't try to put words into my mouth, thank you. The incels, on the other hand, they think that women need to just basically know their place. We need to go back to the to the 1870s because, well, that's the only way to do it. This is not a problem with gender specifically. If you paid attention, you'll realize that this is a problem entirely made up by modern society, based upon media influencing and social media. I am a man, yes, but I think that basically humanity in itself is imperfect and flawed in a lot of ways. And when I look at the way that it is now, and when I look at the way it is in the past, I think to myself that humanity at its core is mostly evil. You see these people on social media doing stupid things, but you only pay attention to it if it's a woman, right? You see these men with political views that you disapprove of, and you pay attention to the fact that they're a man. You hold your little binoculars, metaphorically, onto that idea that they're a man. That only increases, and increases what? Increases your anger. When we live in a world where people use anger and hatred and fear to control basically everything. People say that they've escaped the Matrix. Is that true? If you've escaped the Matrix but still believe in all these things that mostly don't matter. Yes, relationships are failing now, and dating is failing now. And most people are single. Now, most men are single. Well, I don't know. I don't pay attention to these statistics. I think that most statistics are fake nowadays because you have like statistics for everything, and they could be made up or fake. There's no evidence to suggest that they're true or false. But people believe them anyways. But if it seems true that yes, most, well, a lot. Now, I don't know about most, but a lot of men are single now. They're unsatisfied and they're depressed. Which, in a way, I am. I am unsatisfied with many things, but I'm not blaming all my problems on women. Do I think that women are perfect and that men need to be below them? No. I don't believe anyone should be above or below much of anyone. And do I think that that's because men are better? No. I think that humanity is flawed. Well, why do you hate humanity? Why do you pretend that you're sophisticated? Why do you pretend that you wouldn't do terrible things in a different time period that you don't agree with, that people today don't agree with? Why do you pretend that, no, I wouldn't own slaves in the 19th century? Well, why not? Because it's wrong. Because you've been told, rightfully so, that it's wrong. But if you're falling for all these different things that are going on nowadays, what would be the difference? And you have the simps, as they're called, just basically thinking that women are like a deity. For the most part, people are far more ungodly than they make themselves out to be. People are actually mostly disgusting. So, that's the gloomy way to put it. But it's also what I would believe to be the truth. Everyone is the problem. Our society is failing. Men don't exactly have the answer, and women aren't automatically correct. You are only correct if you are correct. You are only right if you are right. And what is good, that depends on who you are. And if we do live in a world where relationships are failing and you want to be single, then go ahead. Find a way to cope with it. And wait for a day where you can find a person that you're interested in. And if you don't want to do that, then don't. But if you want to do it, yet you complain about women to women or you to whatever, that's not going to work out well for you. Because whether you like it or not, you're pretty much forced to learn to appreciate women if you want to be with women. A lot of women aren't going to like being with men who treat women awfully. And men aren't going to want to be with a woman that treats a man horribly. Why is this controversial? I don't know. I guess I'm on the wrong side of history. You tell me.